don't necessarily just check all those in your
No.
first, but when would you do, if there's a problem in this area or something, then you go and check those stress points.
Yeah.
Or neck. Or,
Yeah,
right,
and it's
okay.
good to learn where they all are. Basically, that's what we're doing here now.
Yeah.
Learning where all the stress points are. And
So,
don't you always use them, don't always check them.
if you're working on an area though, you probably would see which ones.
Yeah, if you're working on an area, then you go for those ones first.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the diagnostic.
Yes.
So we'll come back to here now. We'll find this area here, it's got the hip bone there. And for this point here, you want to just go behind the hip bone, just at the back edge of the hip bone there, like that. And it's very hard and tight in there, so he's dropping it already, so we'll just do it lightly for the moment. Just like that. So if you want to just feel that one there, it's very tight. This whole section can be quite tight.
So you're going behind the bone?
No, that's the bone. That's the bone. Yeah, that's the bone there. You just want to go just behind the bone and find that tight tendon that's going down through there. It goes from there down to
I
there.
can feel it.
Yeah. So there's no need to push hard on it to try and break it up. Just want to work with the energy.
Yeah.
Just softly, because you'll never break that one up. Not with muscles anyways.
Yeah.
It's just working with the energy.
Yeah.
See, as he's moved, the position of it's slightly different. So he's dropped his hip now. And that point is called gallbladder 29. So if you want to work with that for a little bit.
So I'm on that tendon. That's,
on that tendon. There's an area about this long.
Yeah.
But you want to go to the closest part, just
to the bone.
To the bone.
Okay. So that would be here in this case. Okay.
Yeah, that's the origin of that muscle. Now that's it. Probably means pressing a bit hard. So that's a whole section through there. That's where it is. Just moving up. And then we'll come back to this point here. Now this point is quite large. And when you feel there, it feels like a bone. You think, oh, if you press it there, you think it's a bone because it's so hard and big, but it's actually not. That's the tension that's in there. And see, as I'm pressing now, he's pressing back into it, because he says that he likes that. So he's not moving away from it. He's pressing back into it. All right. And you could also do it like this, just to move the energy a bit more. So his lips go in there, he likes it. And while he's licking, you just keep doing it. Alright, so stop the energy flow there. So there's no need to go and try and press in there and break it up. Just want to move the energy. Move it with the energy. Okay, if you want to come back. While you're here, there's this third point. You got 1, 2, 3. This is very important.
It's okay, honey.
Now to get this point, it's also about that big. Now, sometimes you have to press quite firmly in, and it also feels like a bone that's in there, but it's not. So just press in there. Pressing quite firmly. I'm actually using a lot of pressure there. Now I'll let it off a bit. Probably the first pressure is to bring the energy there, and then you start to work with it to keep it moving. So if you want to try working with those three.
Okay, well,
This is gallbladder 31 here, gallbladder 30 and gallbladder 29.
so this is moved again, so it's like here.
Yeah.
Okay, darling.
What tends to happen is all the tension that's up here and here and here, as you're doing it, you want to move it down the leg. You find how hard it is in there?
It's not now that it's moving. It's dropped.
So you'll drop his hip once he relaxes a little bit. He just was getting a better spot for it.
So you're just using your intuition about whether you want to, sort of do this or just press this or just press it, just
Yeah,
whatever.
you're feeling it, how the energy is moving.
Yeah.
It's not a mechanical thing.
Yeah.
It's not mathematical either. It's not exact right on this spot here. It's a matter of what you got to feel. Oh, there it is. You feel how the bone feels like a bone in there.
Well, it's gone quite far. When he dropped his hip, it was soft.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the next one. He's had a lot of injuries to his back legs, so I imagine
And then the final one on that back, come right back here. There's actually two in here. You see this tightest part here? And just have to work it like this. There's not really hard and tight like here. Just the muscle tends to get a bit tight, and it's good. And it's a good point there to move the energies down through this back section. This one moves it through this middle section. They get blocked down through here. This is a good point to move it from there, and then you move it a bit more in here. Tail comes up. Leg feels funny, so he kicks the leg up. That's better.
Is that a point, this one, Alan, or is that on a
Yeah,
meridian?
Yeah, that's
Which meridian?
that's the bladder channel.
Oh,
Runs down through there.
well, there's a branch there, and then it goes.
Yeah. So that's bladder. I get these mixed up because of the new and old systems. This one here is bladder 54. That's 53. That's bladder 51 there. Now we're going to work through this section through here, finding the points there. This is always a good point to use here. Bladder 26. It's halfway there between the bowee and the top of the hip. But you have to press in quite firmly. And directly downwards. It's a really good point to use with acupuncture, but with this work it's not so good. And then we go to this point here, which is in front of this big bone here, gallbladder 28. You're going over the back edge of the bone. You want to press there into find that hollow in there, work into there. And then you have this little muscle runs through here, gets the other end of it. It's right when it comes behind the rib. And the same thing down in here. This is liver 13 down in here. You have the last rib runs down through there. Just want to go in behind that last rib there. Get in there. Like that. He's doing pretty good putting up with all this, isn't he, today?
Okay. Can you feel a little bit?
Everybody's coming now for dinner.
It's a bit early for dinner, isn't it?
I can't feel the rib or anything.
He's a bit fat, so you have to run down there. You have to run down there. It's just the angle. He's moved the leg forward. So
Oh, right, so he's
and then you find that
more
there.
muscle there.
Yeah. So that's the last rib now, and move it in there.
Oh, so the point is here, you'd
Yeah,
say?
yeah. So because he's moved, it's in a different position.
Right,
It's behind
right.
behind the rib. Yeah, that's right. And you press in, hold it fairly firmly, because it's the liver channel. You work on the liver channel. You want to get the liver energy moving. So he's a bit chubby. There's a little bit of liverishness. That's it. These eyes are dropping in now. So I'm just holding it firmly and it go with the breathing. Alright.
And there's this one here.
Yeah.
That was...
The landmarks are, it's that muscle that goes down through there,
So you're on...
where it connects up to the rib, the last rib there.
Oh, okay.
They say Arabs only have 17 ribs, other horses have 18.
Oh, okay. You're missing one out.
But this one is the last one.
The last point?
The point on the last rib. So it's the same everywhere.
I like that one.
And then we'll just come up to this. We'll work a bit on that one. He's just about had enough. That's it. He's opened his leg up very good for that point. And press in there firmly. You should might have to put all your weight into it.